Okay, let's do a Jujube update. So this is our uh, really young Jujube orchard. We started with a Lang and a Lee about 2 years ago, and those are we'll do a separate video for those. Um, what we have here are sugarcane, honey jar, Lee, Shang Zili, and GA866. So, and we have some that are going to be rootstock, the small ones right there, and we do have honey jars right here. So the bulk of these are honey jars, and then there's some of them that are going to be for rootstock. So I have 22 right here, and then there's going to be a total of 26 Jujubes in the property. So Lolo wants some attention. Okay, so let's take a look at the progress and their growth. And some of them are doing well, some of them not so well. And they're all getting irrigation, lots of water. Right here are some yellowing on some of these leaves right here. So go to these. Probably the spot is not ideal for them. They're getting sun, full sun, as soon as it hits around 10 o'clock. However, it's a little lower on the lower area in the property. Over here is a slope. They might not like that. So let's take a look. Honey jar, we're ready to harvest. So they're tiny, but they produced, and we've been picking this every day. These are very, very, very sweet, because I guess they're tiny. And right now they all have the brown. Most of them do. So I'll harvest all this. The birds notice them. They don't know Jujubes here, but now they're looking at them. But they're getting distracted by all the Muscadines there, so they're leaving them alone. So this is honey jar. Okay, sugar cane. I tried in the forum. They said there's like a bitter aftertaste. I did taste that, but even as green like this, they're sweet. Not as sweet as the honey jar yet. Sugar cane are sweet. Honey jar, the sugar cane pit though, it's small. So I might try this today. There's a little bit of brown on that one. So they're about 6 foot tall now, 6.5 to 7. Some of them are 8 foot, like that one right there. So this is sugar cane. Shang Zili. So this is supposed to be our biggest one, but they're not as big because it's his first time fruiting, I guess. Haven't tried them yet. But this is Shang Zili. There was one though that's big. That's what the Shang Zili should look like. That one we already picked. It's a lot bigger than this one. All right. Let's go over here, GA866. This one fruited, but they're not very productive, says in the group. And it kind of makes sense. I mean, they fruited, but there's no second batch of flowers or anything like that. So I haven't tried this at all, ever. So, but they said it's sweet. Size is decent. So GA866. And we have another one right here. So this might be getting close to tasting. This one right here, it's probably turning. Size is pretty good on this one. There it is, GA866. Okay. This is Shang Zili. No growth. It fruited. There's one, but I mean it's alive, but there's no. But that's what happened with the leaf before. There's no activity, and after 1 year, it just went nuts. It quadrupled in size. And here's a regular leaf. And fruit's quite big. only has one fruit, but it did have that flush of growth at the beginning, and it kind of just stopped. It flowered a little bit and not a whole lot. Okay. And this our rootstock right here that I got from Kelsey Creek Farm that I planted this year, and I plan to graft. Now that I really like sugarcane and honey jar, those are probably what I'm going to do. Once I tasted a Shang Zili, and if that's then I'll graft. But there should be by next year a good size scion, same caliper size as those, and just kind of trim it down. But some of these are also flowering, and they're gonna give me fruit, and I could sample those. If I really like those and they're just size is decent, I'm gonna keep them. Not gonna graft anything if they're the fruit size, because Ken told me some of them are pretty good. So there's 3 more over here, and then these are the honey jar. And honey jar, they're quite prolific. They're flowering. I don't know if they're gonna turn into fruits, but this guy's full of flowers. There's Chow Chowing out. And all right, this guy too. Yeah, there's flowers on this one too. This one and this kind of row right here, not doing too well. When they're getting water, but this guy's like struggling. It's got like burning. All right. Let's take a look at the Lee and the Lang. Let's pass by the Muscadine area here. They're very close, just behind the tree house. Muscadines are going nuts everywhere. There's thousands of pounds of fruits right now, and we're sampling them every day now, little by little. And it's just right here by the blackberry patch, but it's also wet nuts with all the growth after the initial harvest. All right, here's Lee, and this one is overcropped, so they're small and they're not maturing yet, so I should have thinned this down. Some of them grew kind of like regular Lee size that I were able to sample. They're okay, they're sweet, not honey jar sweet, but and it just had a second flush of flowers, and it just went crazy. It has so many fruits. It's overcropping, and it's still setting some flowers right now. All right, and over here is its partner Lang. This guy grew crazy, as you can see. It has lots of fruits, and they're big, but it's Lang. It's, kind of not so great tasting for fresh eating. Drying, I don't know, I don't dry, I just eat them fresh. But size is pretty decent. So, yeah. Some of them are quite big, but after you had honey jar and sugar cane, and it's my first Jujube, so it's special, but it's not as good as the other ones. But look at those fruits, and it's still flowering. All right, so that's our end of July Jujube update. This is their second year, no, third year. I didn't do much for their first 2 years, and then the other one, they're just all planted this year. And that's the Lee right there by the treehouse. Thanks for watching.